Hi friends, in this video I will explain about how to handle errors using middleware. Errors are a fact of life when we develop the application. Even we write, perfect code, as soon as we release and deploy the applications, user will find a way to break it, whether by accident or intentionally. The important thing is that an application handles these errors gracefully, providing a suitable response to the user and does not cause our application to fail. The design philosophy for ASP.NET Core is that every feature is opt-in. So, as error handling is a feature, we need to explicitly enable it in our applications. Many different types of errors could occur in the application, and there are many different ways to handle them. But in this section, I will focus on two: exceptions and error status codes. Exceptions typically occur whenever we find an unaccepted circumstances. Example, null reference exception, which is thrown when we attempt to access an object that has not been initialized. If an exception occurs in the middleware component, it propagates up to the pipeline. If the pipeline does not handle the exception, the web server will return a 500 status code back to the user. See the flow diagram here. When we request comes, it passed to the every middleware, and each middleware component process the request and it turn. Suppose example, if an endpoint middleware throws an exception during execution, the exception propagates back to the pipeline, giving each middleware that opportunity to handle it. If the exception is not handled by any middleware, a raw 500 status code is sent to the browser. So what I'm saying here, if an exception occurs in the middleware component, it propagates up to the pipeline. If the pipeline doesn't handle, that means any middleware in the pipeline does not handle the exception, the web server will return a 500 status code back to the user. Next, in some situation, an error won't cause any exception. Instead, middleware might generate an error status code. One such case we have already seen. When requested path is not handled, it will throws 404 error, and we will show the friendly error status error message to the user. If suppose it won't give any good friendly message to the user, it does not provide a greater experience for the users of the web application. Error handling middleware attempts to address these problems by modifying the response before the app returns to the users. So here is the advantage of the using middleware, error handling middleware here. Typically, error handling middleware either returns details of the error that can occur, or it returns a generic friendly message to the user. So if suppose example any response generated by the middleware earlier in the pipeline, then the error handling middleware cannot be intercepted. So see here one more flow diagram. See here, error handling middleware first in the pipeline. So what it will do, it will get the request, and after that image resizing middleware is there. For example, imagine an error occurs in the image resizing middleware, which then generates the error 500 error response. So next we have error handling middleware, pass to the each pipeline, but we have error handling middleware in the last when we get the response, but it is first when we get the request. What it will do, it will handle the response. Already I told in the previous videos, it is a bi-directional, request and response. What it will do, error handling middleware, it will process the response, I mean it will modify the response, and it will give the user friendly message to the browser. Suppose example, see here, static file middleware first in the pipeline, what it will do. So it is placed in the early in the pipeline, before that error handling middleware. then any error codes written by the middleware will not be modified because it will get the request only. So what it will do, see here, what here mentioned, the error handling middleware process the response of middleware later in the pipeline, but it never sees the response generated by the image resizing middleware. If the image resizing middleware generate a raw 500 status code, it will be sent to directly back to the user unmodified. This is bad experience for the user. So we should always place an error handling middleware early in the middleware pipeline to ensure it will catch any errors generated in the subsequent middleware as shown in the diagram. Any response generated by the middleware earlier in the pipeline, then error handling middleware cannot be intercepted. That is what I am telling here. So next thing. So viewing exception in development environment. Okay, Microsoft is providing one middleware called user developer exception pays. What it will do? So when we develop the application, we typically wanted access as much as information as possible when an error occurs somewhere in your application. For that reason, Microsoft is providing developer exception pays middleware, which can be added to the your our middleware pipeline. When an exception is thrown and propagates up the pipeline, this middleware it will be captured, and the middleware what it will do, it will give the friendly message. If you see this diagram, here we have so many details. See the about exception, where it will happen and where exception stock raise and what kind of exception and line number, every details we are having here. So this is the advantage for developers, when we develop the application and we'll run the application in development environment. Having these details available when error occurs is invaluable for debugging the problem. See, if we debugging the application, there is no use. If we have the details here, it is real advantage for us. Okay. And here one more concern is there, one more problem is there is a security risk if used incorrectly. We should never return more details about our applications to the user than absolutely necessary. So we should only ever use developer exception pays when we develop the application. The warning here is never use this developer exception pays when we run the application in the production. Doing so is a security risk. It could publicly reveal details about our application code, making an you know an easy target for attackers. So what if the developer exception page is not appropriate for production use? What is any other option we have it? Yes, Microsoft is providing another option, another middleware, that is exception handle middleware. This middleware we can use it in the production environment. Only necessary details it will provide, not these like all the details. Okay, I think we will see that an example so that you can understand how we can represent the data, how we can show the data. Okay, let's open Visual Studio. Yeah, I have opened the application. See here, we are taking one example, and I have added, just a second, I have added all the how to see. Microsoft is providing this app dot user developer exception page, and its environment is development. In the production, I'm using use exception handle middleware. So it will, when the exception occurs in the middleware in the production environment, it will give the user friendly message. That's why I have taken error.cs. This is user friendly you know message I'm giving to the user friendly message. See here, when I'm going to start the application now. So for this, I'm trying to raise the exception. I just I will show you. That's why we can see user developer exception page develop sorry exception in development environment, how it will show. See, the application is starting. Now I have put the breakpoints here. It will add the razor pages, then it will come to here configure method. See here, initially adding razor pages. Now it come to middleware. See configure method. See here, application is development. Use developer exception page, static file routing authorization endpoint. Now this is now index.cshtml is the page, so it will come to this page. F5, come to this page. Now index model and say get method. See here, I'm just trying an exception, null reference exception. Say null reference exception, because I want to show the exception in the development environment, how it will shows the exception. See here, this is the exception page in the development environment. And now we see about how the exceptions throws in the production environment. Just I'm restarting the application. And F5, come to this middleware, sorry configure method. Now what will I will do, this is development environment, so now I won't execute this if condition, because we'll think like this is production environment, like I'm just skip this statement and set as next. This is like production environment. Now I run the application. Now it will come to here, it will throws an exception. If any exception occurs in the production environment, you can see the error message. Now see here, an error occurred while processing your request. We switch to swap to development environment, more information. So this is like we have to show the exception in the production environment like this. This is like any user friendly error message. Okay. And next thing is, this is more important thing is, uh, see here, see handling exception in the production environment, exception handle middleware here. See here, important thing here, I will explain. See, now exception handle middleware is there and endpoint middleware is there. A request is passed to the pipeline for the URL path something. Okay, the exception handle middleware ignores the request initially, and the next middleware is endpoint middleware throws an exception in the index.chhtml. Now we have seen that yes, exception razor page while handling the request. Yes, correct. The exception propagates up to the pipeline and is caught by the exception handle middleware, and this changes the path of the request to the error path error and sends the request down to the middleware pipeline again. That is correct, because in the production environment what will happen, we use the one exception middleware. What it will do, it just exception middleware check that response, and what it will do, it will display this error page. So for that we need to display this page, right? So again it will request for that next endpoint middleware to execute this error page, right? So that's why here what this changes the path of the request to the error path by slash error and sends the request down the middleware pipeline again. Okay, this is second time we are endpoint middleware getting the request. And what it will do, based on the request from exception handled middleware, it will check this error page and it will throws the we don't have any errors now it will send that particular page to the browser. The middleware pipeline execute the new error path and generate the response as usual. In this case, the endpoint middleware generates an HTML response. The exception handled middleware uses the new response but updates the status code of the response to the 500 status code. This indicates to the browser that an error occurred, but the user sees a friendly web page indicating something went wrong. Got it? So second time this exception handled middleware, it is requesting endpoint middleware to process this particular page. The endpoint middleware got the second time request and process that request, and you know it will give the response back to the user. Okay, next thing, the sequence of events when exception occurs somewhere in the middleware pipeline after exception handled middleware is as follows. A piece of middleware throws an exception. Now we have seen that endpoint middleware uh, in the index dot CSHTML page, we got the exception. Exception handled middleware catch the exception. Any partial response that has been defined is cleared. The middleware overrides the request path with the provided error handling path. That middleware error handling middleware, what it will do? It will provide the error handling middleware, sorry, page path. The middleware sends the request back down the pipeline as through the original request had been for the error handling path. The middleware pipeline generates a new response as normal. When the response gets back to the exception handled middleware, it modifies the status code to 500 error and continue to pass the response up the pipeline to the web server. Okay, these are the sequence of event when an exception occurs. Next topic is handling other errors, status code pages middleware. See here, when initially we have seen any page that is not available, this kind of error message we will get it, right? HTTP error 404. Okay, status code 404. This is, if the page is not found in a previous example, sorry, see how this is, page is like it's not user friendly. Now it will give the user friendly status code 404 not found. And see here, same thing as I explained in the previous slide. Same thing here, a request passed the pipeline for the URL path. The status code middleware ignores the request initially, and the endpoint middleware returns an error status code, in this case 404 error message. So what will happen, the response propagate up the pipeline and the intercepted by the status code page middleware. This is like exception middleware. This changes the path of the request to the error path 404 and sends the request down to the middleware pipeline again. This endpoint middleware gets the request again to process that particular page, because this is not user friendly. That's why, what it will do, it will endpoint middleware process the request for 404 and it will respond. It will give the HTML response to the back to the browser. The second time it got the request. See here, now this is user friendly message 404 error. Oops, we could not find the page you requested. This is user friendly message. Error handling middleware and web APIs. ASP.NET Core is not only great for creating user-facing web applications, it also great for creating HTTP service that can be accessed either from another server application, from mobile application, or from user's browser when running a client-side single-page applications. So, in web APIs, how the response will come, will give the response back to the client. First we need to give the, it's not like, it won't return any HTML page, right? It will give the response in the form of XML or JSON format. So it will give the response back to the user, I mean client application, in the form of XML or JSON. Okay, something this is, it will give the error message, and client application will handle the errors. Okay, summary. Now before that we will see another example. Just now I have shown the we have seen in the slide regarding that status code middleware. We will see that example now. Just a moment. See, I have opened another you know solution regarding the status file middleware. See, now we don't have any status code file middleware status. Now I'm running the application. Now I'm not using any middleware related to status code pages. So now application is running. See, application is loaded, and I will try to access test page. If it is no, it is not there. See here, this local page cannot be found. This is not like your friendliest message. So now we will use this status code pages. See, app dot use status code pages. See here, add status code pages middleware with the given option that checks for response with status code between 400 and 500 that do not have a body. Now we will use this one. Okay, now I will run the application again. Now we'll see the what is the output it will give. Now I'm trying to access the page. It does not exist. See here, status code 404 not found. So now we can see another example. Now we can see the particular status code pages, like 404 error is there. If you want to show that page with that message, I will show you another example. You can understand easily. Just a second. See here, another solution I have opened with the status code. See here, I'm using use status code page with re-execute. In the slide I have shown you, right? It will re-execute that particular page. It will send the request to the next middleware, that is endpoint middleware, to execute the particular page here. See here, adds a status code pages middleware to the pipeline, specifies that the response body should be generated by re-executing the request pipeline using an alternative path. This path may contain a is 0 is it's a placeholder of the status codes. Now if we run the application for particular page, now what it will give the response. Now if the page is not found, it will give the you know 400 404 error. Test. See here, this is the example 404 error. Okay. Okay, now we see about summary. So almost I have finished all the topics in the middleware. Now we see the summary. Middleware has a similar role to HTTP modules and handlers in ASP.NET, but is more easily respondable. Middleware is composed in a pipeline with the output of one middleware passing to the input of the next. The middleware pipeline is two-way, bidirectional. Request pass through each middleware on the way in, and response pass back through the reverse order on the way out. Middleware can short circuit the pipeline by handling a request and returning a response, or it can pass the request on to the next middleware in the pipeline. Middleware can modify a request by adding data to or changing the HTTP context object. If an earlier middleware short circuit the pipeline, not all middleware will execute for all the requests. And if a request is not handled, the middleware pipeline will return 404 status code. The order in which middleware is added to the I application builder defines the order in which middleware will execute in the pipeline. The middleware pipeline can be re-executed as long as the response headers have not been sent. When added to the middleware pipeline, static file middleware will serve any requested files found in the www root folder of your application. Developer exception page middleware provides a lot of information about errors when developing an application, but it should not never be used in the production environment. Exception handle middleware lets you to provide user-friendly custom error handling message when an exception occurs in the pipeline. This is in the production environment we use this middleware. Status code phase middleware last we have seen in the example, it will provide the user-friendly custom error handling message when the pipeline returns a raw response status code like 404. We have seen one example, but maybe 500 another status code. It will throw the particular error state based on the particular error code. We will show the that kind of errors response back to the user. That's all about middleware. And I will come up with next topic in the next video. Thank you so much. Please subscribe my channel for further .NET Core videos or ASP.NET Core videos. Thank you.